There a bipartisan consensus in Washington that is both dangerous and un-American. What did you mean by that?
Well, you know, in Europe, it's always been true that education has been much more skills-based, much more job training. By 14 or 16, you usually stream. In America, we always took the view, no, it's important to build broad, general skills, critical thinking, intellectual curiosity, because, you know, our economy has always moved very fast. It's changed. You know, your first job was never the same as your fifth job. I think that the world today much more favors that kind of American general liberal education. Of course, science and technology has to be a part of it, but so does English, so does history.
And you come to it very, you know, with the foot in both camps. You grew up in India, an education based in science, math, a lot of rote learning, but you were really drawn to the idea of a liberal education in America.
Yeah, I fell in love with the idea of being able to take physics and poetry. And part of it is I think people don't understand that so much of what you do in life is critical thinking. It's, you know, the stuff that you learn specifically in a trade is obsolete 5 years later, 6 years later, but the ability to learn, the ability to get passionate about something is not. That's why Jeff Bezos, the head of Amazon, the founder of Amazon, says, I want my senior executives to write 6-page single-spaced memos to me, because if you have to write down an argument, there can't be any logical gaps in it.
But what do you say to parents and students saddled with this huge debt? We all know how expensive college can be right now, who think, boy, I got to be sure that I'm training to get a job.
And they've got to have some faith. The data shows that while engineering or technically trained students start out with a slight advantage, it evens out over time. And the most important thing they have to remember is that their son or daughter is going to be good at the thing he or she can be passionate about, the thing he or she can really work hard at, love. That's, you know, that's the most important thing. We all know this. If you love your work, it doesn't feel like work. So push them to be passionate, to work hard. Obviously, you got to get lucky, but that's true even if you're an engineer.
So any parent should read this book, In Defense of a Liberal Education. Fareed Zakaria, thanks very much. Welcome back.
Pleasure, George.
And we'll be back after this from our ABC stations.